We're going to use the Bootstrap template, Sparrow, to create a website, and the purpose of this is to focus on the workflow to see whether we can edit it and deploy it up. So I'm going to click on this documents. I'm going to dive down into the development folder that I have, and I'm going to go in Oppkey. So I'll create a new folder called Workflow Tutorial. And we need the Sparrow template here. So I'm starting off with the Sparrow template 2.1.1.zip. I'm going to copy into the workflow. Then I'm going to go onto the command line. I'm going to unzip it. So I used NVM to install Node, and I'm running the latest stable version, which is 18.15.0. So with this I can do npm install. After npm install, I'm going to actually remove the Sparrow from this core directory. Then I have gulp installed. If you don't have gulp installed, you need to run npm install -g gulp-cli. So at this point I can run npm start. So on Mac it's going to come right up, and we can use this to pick one of the styles. So I'll try a different one this time. I'll try this cafe. And this is what we're going to be working with. So we'll edit this section, the background image, the text here, and these 4 images. You're going to need 5 images, or at least 4. So this image here, I'm going to place in the background right here. So it's under the laugh, dream, clap. I'm going to use this image. And you'll need 4 additional images that are the same size. So in this test, I'm using, it's 800 pixels high by 600 pixels wide. So go ahead and collect the images and put it into a folder called Oppkey right now. So we have this Oppkey folder. We tended a picnic, so 4 of the images are called picnic, and these will be these upright images here, and the office image will be the background. Let's start VS Code. So in public, there's an assets folder. I'm going to dig down to image. So within this image folder, I'm going to drop in the Oppkey folder. So the location is public assets image, img, and then Oppkey. So this is the new folder here with the new images. So I'm going to go back into the main root project. I'll do npm start again. So I'm going to leave it running while I'm doing the development. And we can see it looking like this right now. But we will make some changes to it. Let's go into the source folder under Pug. We're first going to look for homes. We're dealing with the cafe right there. So in this case, I'm going to copy it. And I just pasted it in. I'm going to rename it into Oppkey. So there's now this Oppkey.pug. And for the include here, I'm going to change the home to Oppkey from cafe. There's no Oppkey.pug file right now. So this file here is in mixins. So next going to the mixins folder. So source pug mixins. That's under homes. And we're going to edit this cafe file, but we're going to recall it, rename it Oppkey. So I'm going to rename it. There are now two pug files. One that are called Oppkey. One is a capital O, the other is a lowercase o. So back in the homes, there's now this one file called Oppkey. We're going to copy it again. And we're going to find a location where it says index.pug. So I'm going to drop it into that same location. Then I'm going to right click on the index and delete it. Move to trash. I'm going to rename Oppkey.pug to index. Now there's two files that are pointing to the same Oppkey here, but because we raised it up into the index, the subfolder mixins is no longer one level up. So we're going to delete the two dots and the slash. And we're going to save it and find our browser, and our browser is not super happy here. But maybe happiness can be achieved by we restart it. There's some type of weird typo here. Alright, so I just restarted it, and now this is the default page right here. Right, so we're going to start editing the text. So go to source. Under source there's pug. Under pug there's mixins, and under mixins there's now this new Oppkey file. And this is the one we're going to edit. So this is the root here. Source pug mixins homes Oppkey.pug. And let's look for that text. Work, laugh, dream. Maybe share, create. Learn and contribute. So you should have a hot reload automatically whenever time you save the file. And then we'll change this little thing here. Alright, so let's change this text here. Maybe great. challenging work. Good snacks. So this bar here in Pug is a line continuation. It's not a pipe. The experience of a lifetime. Working with this good snacks is highlighted, but maybe it's not the main thing. Okay, let's try the image. We're going to put the image in public, assets, image. We're going to make a subfolder called Oppkey. Oh, it already exists, right? Image, there it is, Oppkey. Oh, I already put it in here. So let's do this one. Oppkey office.png. So we're using this subfolder Oppkey, and it's Oppkey underscore office.png. Looks good. I'm going to change these 4 images. So have the images all pre-sized exactly the same. Just use GIMP or some other editor to edit the images. So under so I have it under Oppkey, so it's picnic, eat, slant, table, and wind. Assets are here. I'm going to save it and let's test it. It's working. Oh, there's some type of error. Picnic slant dot png. Okay, so this is working. I'm going to publish it right now, and after I publish it, then I'll change these next two images so you can see the workflow of publishing and then editing. Go to package.json. So there's this live thing here, and we first need to do a build. So the version is number 3 right now. I'm going to change the version to 1.0.0. The name will be Oppkey. Okay, so when you publish it, it's going to be in this subject field live, but it'll be a separate subdirectory per version. So I know it's going to create a v 1.0.0 here. Let's run npm live. So there's this new folder live with a new subfolder v 1.0.0. Hopefully it has the all the files that we need. I'm going to create a new repo on GitHub. New repository. After I push it, I'm going to run npm run publish. Okay, so npm run published finished, and we'll go here. You can check out the GitHub actions and the page. It's being built. So let's wait for it to finish. Okay, let's test it. So it's live on the internet and it looks pretty good. Okay, let's make some more changes. And close that. We're not editing anymore. We're not editing that. Not editing that. We're just focused on this one Oppkey.pug file. And there's a couple more images here. So on the terminal, so I can while doing development, npm start. Okay, so this is running locally, right, on localhost. And the other, there are two other images. Oppkey table. So Oppkey and Oppkey table.png. Oppkey subdirectory, and then Oppkey. Oh, it's actually picnic table. So picnic win.png. This is picnic. So it looks good. So I'm going to kill the development server. Do npm run live. Git add everything. Git commit updated pictures for culture row. So most likely, if we're working together, you'll just stop right at this stage here, or you'll do some type of pull request. But I'm actually going to publish it. Run publish. Okay, so it should have started a GitHub action. You can check it. So it takes a couple of minutes, and once it's deployed, we'll check it out, see if the changes took effect. Okay, it's been updated on the live site. I had to do shift reload to force the caching to be updated because I didn't increment the specific version. Okay, so we'll take a shot at editing this menu system here, which is pretty extensive. So we want to cut it down, and there's some variables in source pug mixins. There's this file called variables.pug. So we're going to keep that one in there for now. So this array will just have one element, and we'll test it on the dev server. The arrows because I deleted this pages section too. I just want to delete the sections for the page, for the home. Okay. Just have one element here. We're gonna change this thing to a link. If eventually. So this portfolio one is a link, right? So we'll just copy the syntax. Maybe I'll just cut it down for now. Easier to read. We're going to comment this out, but we'll just leave in the blank arrays. Okay, let's go back into the code and look for the fancy nav. Mixins, things in common, fancy nav here. And we'll look for the, okay, so here's the unordered list. And this first list item is the homes, but we want to make it into just a single link. So this is a single link here. I'm going to cut it out and I'll put it as a first list item. Where'd it go? I'll save it. Maybe I'll just check see what it looks like. Alright, so this portfolio will be the home. I'm going to change it to home here. And we have it in homes. It's Oppkey. Okay, it's going back home. We don't need this one now. So we're going to convert this pages into maybe a list of services. So instead of pages, I'm going to say services. And it's going to look for this pages subdirectory, which actually this one has 2 columns. Maybe I won't do it here. This next one is 3 columns. So I'm going to convert the homes into the services. We'll just populate with some pages. Okay, it's actually pages with an S. And okay, so we just have the 404. So I'm going to take 3 different pages. So under the pug pages, we'll have a portfolio. I think I'll copy, paste it, and instead of portfolio, I'll go and right, so far so good. I'm going to try to link it now. Under the, so it's under the mixins, there's a variables.pug file. And we have it under, so this pages is where the services will be. Which is the name of the file. And it's working. So under the mixins, pages, right, so then we'd put, I guess, examples of the community page, community management services right here. And some of these blocks have this learn more, which we can modify to get more information on the services. Right, but we're just focused on putting these services together. So we'll go to the next page. So on the Get Bootstrap site, you can see the different pages. And I'm going to try this product single, which is this one here. Product single. call it developer content, and under the mixins, no, pages. So product single is developer content. Developer content, and instead of product single is developer content, and then the mixins variables, okay, it's working. Maybe I'll just change that. This is the breadcrumb. I think we need the breadcrumb right now. Okay, so we could edit this to match up with what we're trying to do. So we could expand out the menu. This is a JavaScript that we need the code, but we could fix it. Okay, so the logo they're using is right here. I'm going to change the logo to the Oppkey logo. And let's just change it here. Oppkey logos there, and we have consistent menus across all the pages. Okay, since it looks good on the development server, I'm gonna npm run live to build the live site. So the live site will initially be built locally under the subdirectory live, and within the live folder it will be under v1.0.0. I'm not incrementing it right now, but I guess in the future, if we're working together, we can increment it. So I'll do git add dot git commit -m change nav menu git push origin main, and pushing up to main it's just for our internal organization as our collaboration as we're working together, but you still need to publish it. So npm run publish, it should publish it to the GH pages branch. And we'll look at it again here. We can check the status of the build in actions here. So right now it's building, and once it's finished here for the deployment, we should be able to check to see what the changes took place on the navigational menu. So on the live site, so it's up here, it's live, and the nav bar has been changed. We have our nav menu here. You can navigate around. And then we would change the rest of the front pages, delete the things that we don't want, and change the sub pages as well too. So what I'm expecting is Jesse, at least, possibly Eric if he has time, you completely change the site, right? Like it's something that maybe it's a project that you're working on. In this case, the summer intern, unpaid, is building a restaurant site here. Let's see what you got.